What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement for another AFL review of Round 5, the opening game of Round 5. Adelaide Crows versus the Carlton Blues, the undefeated Carlton Blues. Before we get into this, subscribe, bell notes, hit that like button, drop some comments down below, and the link for this video will also be found in the video, in the comments down below. This game here, a lot of people expected Carlton to come out and win this game. They had 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. That draw happened when? Opening round against the Richmond Tigers. They finished in a draw at 58 apiece. Hadn't happened in 41 years, not since 1982. Carlton was a part of that as well, and I believe they had a draw against Melbourne in that opening round. This game here, what I'm learning right now, guys, and thank you so much for following along in this American's first season of footy. I'm learning a lot. I'm not understanding a lot, and we're moving along in every video, but each one we're getting better and better, and the help from you guys in the comments has been tremendous. Thank you so much, because that support and that following for a guy that's just learning is amazing. So, and that's why I don't edit anything. When I make a mistake, it stays on here. That's what being real is all about. So thank you so much for my followers. Appreciate you much. Now, in this game here, what I'm noticing in rounds and noticing in these kind of games, keeping the pressure on, winning contests, getting the game to the wings. And that's what the Crows did in this game. The Crows dominated the pressure points of this game. After the ruck, after the opening, I'm still calling it a tip-off. I know it's not a tip-off, but that's my Americanization from watching NBA. It just reminds me of an NBA tip-off. You guys know what I'm talking about. The contested pressure that the Crows bring, and then the hand passes, beautiful hand passes in this game. Getting to the third and fourth hand passes to the third and fourth guy in wide open spaces. They're kicking the game to the outside. They're working the game from the inside out. That spreads out the Blues. This reminds me of teams that I watch. You want to spread the team out. You don't want everybody clumped together to cause chaos. The Crows made the Blues spread out. The Crows made the Blues chase the game. When I refer to chasing the game, it's what I call it in the NFL and in hockey and even in the NBA. You're letting the other team dictate how the game's going to go. You're reacting more than anything else, and you're chasing the game. The Blues were caught off guard. I mean, the first 2 minutes of this game, both teams combined for 3 goals. And I think it was 1:51 overall. 3 goals is pretty quick from what I've seen. So you're thinking, oh, this game's going to go at it. But then the first overall 30 minutes was completely dominated by the Crows. Completely dominated. Here's some numbers. In contested possessions, the Crows had a +22. In clearances, a +8. Inside the 50, they were a +8. That gives them a 38-point margin in the first 30 minutes. That is domination. Domination. Blues were caught completely off guard. They were reeling after that. It's really the story of the bookends. I call the first and the fourth quarter in this the bookends, because that's where the Crows really dominated. The Blues slowed them down. The Blues slowed them down in the second and the third quarter. They actually won those 2 quarters, 36-34 combined. So the Blues gathered it together. They started clamping down. They started being better in transition. The problem was they put a lot of pressure on the Crows. From what I saw in the second and third quarter, they were moving the ball. Akers was moving the ball very well. Then an interception. Then the Crows tightened down on their defense. The Blues could only get but so far. They put the pressure on but could not capitalize with points and goals. They could not capitalize. They came out reckless abandon in that third quarter. I believe at one point they had scored 3 of the previous 4 goals. So they said, hey, the Blues are going to come back. They're looking strong. Crows put an end to that. Between the first and fourth quarter combined, the bookend quarters, the Crows outscored them 84-26. 84-26. We're going to see that in here. But that's what happened there. There's a couple of players in here, especially Johnny on the spot. Keys. Was he Johnny on the spot or what? Rankin, after a 50-meter penalty, goes on the free kick. It doesn't have the distance. We'll see it in there. DeConing blocks it. Case is right there. He's right freaking there. Catches the shot and boom, kicks it right through. It was amazing to watch. What a heads-up play. Johnny on the spot. Rankin just didn't have enough. He was going into the goal, and DeConing jumped up, smacked it down. I mean, Case was right here and just whap, boom, right through. That was amazing. Absolutely incredible. I said, this guy is going nuts. Now, there was another point in the third quarter. This was also, I found, quite convincing here. Fogarty, 5 goals coming into this game. Fogarty had 5 goals total coming into this game. He got 5 goals in this game. It's insane. I think he had 16 disposals as well overall. But from the 5:56 point of the of the fourth quarter, the 5:56 point, Tyson Walker scores after he caught a beautiful, beautiful catch with Cripps right on top of him. Kicks that goal through, puts them up 105-62. At 5:20, just a few seconds later, 36 seconds later, Fogarty gets a mark, but he has an angle from about 40 meters away. About 40 meters away, gets an angle kick, and it ends up being a behind. Now, I like players that, no matter what, foot on the pedal. Keep your foot on the gas. Head coach Robert Saleh of the New York Jets had a great statement. All gas, no brake. All gas, no brake. What does that mean? Foot on the gas. Don't go away from your game plan when it's working. All gas, no brake. Fogarty was upset with that behind because he knows, and I knows now, no lead is safe in the AFL. Not one lead is safe. I've seen it already in just a few short rounds into my first season. So at 5:20, after that, he kicked the behind and made it 106-62. So he gets retribution for that behind. Fogarty goal comes right after battling multiple Blues. Gets the ball right in front of the goal, kicks it through to put him up 112-62, which basically put the nail in the coffin right there. But there was so much scoring by the Crows from 5:56 left in the third quarter down to 4:24. In that pocket of time, they had 2 goals and 1 behind, all by Fogarty, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Walker was included in that as well. Fogarty finished with 5 goals, coming in with 5 goals total. He leads the game with 10 goals overall. Laird was another great player in this game. Listen to these numbers, guys. Laird, I have it right here. He had 16 disposals in the first quarter alone. 16 in the first quarter alone. Even I know that's a lot. That's very impressive. He had 137 disposals. Oh, no, that can't be right. 37 disposals overall. Even I know 137. Whoa, Johnny. Whoa, slow down. You'll learn it. Slow down. I'd crossed something out there, and it looked like 137 disposals. Thankfully, even I know that would be insanely crazy. 37 disposals. He had 18 contested possessions, tackled 6 touches, 9 clearances, and 1 goal. He was part of 15 scoring involvements. Laird was everywhere in this game. Boy, were this team focused or what today? Incredible. Dawson had 153 ranking points. It's number 1 overall for the match. 32 disposals, 10 contested possessions, 7 clearances. He was number 1 inside the 50 with 10 kicks and 538 meters gained. Number 1 for the match in that as well. This was a complete game all around for the Crows. What does it say for the Blues? They were definitely caught off guard by this, were they not? Were they coming in here expecting to win? Were they expecting to roll the Crows today? That's incredible. This is the third 100-point game in a row for the Crows. 118 points is the most under Coach Hicks. It's the most for the Crows, 118. Now, they had 117 also earlier in the rounds this season. So it's the third time they've had 100 points. They haven't done that since round 19 through 21. Rounds 19 through 21 of the 2017 season. Of the 17 season, it was rounds 19 through 21. That's the last time they had 300-point games in a row. Absolutely insane. This game was incredible. They had, we're going to get into this right now. So overall, it was 18 goals, 10 behinds for 118 points for the Crows, 9 goals, 8 behinds for 62 points for the Carlton Blues. So this game here was just a shocker. Absolute shocker. So we're going to take a look at this right now. The Blues just really could not take advantage inside the 50. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't take advantage inside the 50. If I wrote this down correctly, inside the 50, Carlton had the Crows had 45, Kicks inside the 50. The Blues had 51. But the marks is where the difference was. The Crows had 12, where the Blues had 4. And I believe that was just inside the 50. That's insane. But the handball passing really was a key factor in this. There was a pretty good balance between kicks and hand passes that I saw. But the third and fourth guy getting these hand passes, the ball distribution by the Crows was on point. Great passes with the kicks, great connections in traffic with the kicks. Right back to Walker. He was completely covered by Cripps when he kicked that goal in. Everything was just on point today. But the distribution with the hand passing, there was wide open spaces. Why? Because they kept the game to the wings. They spread the game out. I'm noticing that's how you did a lot of games, not just this one, but I'm noticing, and correct me if I'm wrong, win those pressure contests, win the pressure contests, and start spreading the game out and spreading it out and spreading it out. It spreads the whole defense out. It makes it very difficult to cover everybody in transition. Then you can start cutting the lanes. The Crows can start cutting the lanes, and that's when those passes started coming through. You cut the lanes, work from the outside, you come back in, you come back in, come back in, cutting those lanes. Let's get into these highlights right now, guys, and thank you so much for continuing on with this journey with me. Please drop those comments and let me know what I missed. Let me know what I can be corrected on, and let me know what I'm right on. Let's go. Let's get into this.
You know, two sort of 6'3", 6. Why not free up a few of the guys?
It has been something quite incredible.
Hand pass off. Back it is in Rankin from the pockets. In good shape. Walsh farm.
Sorry, guys. Wrong one.
Gets spooked to court. Walsh farms it out to Fisher. Oh, Durden for goal.
Boom. Now there you go. That was, look at that. Look at that. Just a couple minutes into the game, it's already 3 goals. So you're thinking this is going to be a great game.
Towards a Dane involved in all the niggle.
And it was by the Crows.
Runs a fine line. Point.
I got to ask. See number 33 right there? Has anybody miskicked the ball and just cracked the guy standing there in the gold square? Remember, guys, I used to call it the goal box. That was a few comments ago. That caused the whole type of stuff. And some people were just telling me things I know were completely wrong, like rectangle scoring center. That was in there. Rectangle scoring center. Somebody actually put that in there. I know that was a clown show. That was a joke. And I'm not going to say that. Goal square, I know now that that's what that is. I used to call it goal box. Anyway, has anybody miskicked and hit the guy standing in that goal square? I just want to know. Thanks.
Blank range. Like Kennedy, great to see him back into the blue side. Tackle, give him some time, got rid of it. And by a foot, throws the ball up. Big ball here, little chance for Cripps.
Boom. The awareness by the Crows is insane. They're getting and going. We call those one-timers in hockey. Pass shot. No waiting, no setting up, pass shot. And that's exactly what just happened there. Exactly what just happened. Pass shot. Look at that. Pass up, boom, kick.
One-on-one, used his strength on Young. Goal unguarded. Takes left.
Now, why couldn't the Blues do that for the rest of the game? I know that was a behind, but why couldn't they keep doing that the rest of the game? Because the Crows in transition was ridiculous. They made the Blues chase this game. They chased the game. They let the Crows dictate this game from the start. They were caught off guard and never... They did recover in the second and third quarter, but it never seemed like they recovered fully. They slowed the Crows down, but the Crows never went away fully from their game plan. It just seems that they had to just start spreading the Blues out again. Let's just start spreading this out to the wings again, getting away from the chaos and everything in the middle of the field.
Did well, Tex did better. Gave off the hand. Jones kicks. As he was falling back.
Laird. Dawson again measures his pass, and he's a master of that. 2022. Back in the team.
Now there it is right there. I'm not going to keep stopping it, but watch this. When I say they're spreading the defense out, watch the kick. Before he catches it, look at how many Blues have to catch up to him because no one's around him.
Dawson again measures his...
Look at that. 3 Blues. 1, 2. You see him. 1, 2, and 3. He just hung out right in the middle here. Why? How did he get to hang out right in the middle? They're more concentrated on... Look, these two guys are covering nobody. They should be on this dude right here. This guy here, who is he covering? Why is he so... And look at him over here. Nobody. He's forgotten about here over on the far upper left. He is completely forgotten about. The Blues were out of sync the entire time. This is completely obvious. Look at this. He is wide open, and not for nothing, this guy is too. Just saying, look at the score. I can't imagine why it's 24-7.
Pass, and he's a master of that. 2022. Back in the team, and right from...
Scored a goals, and they're looking for more here. Dawson lost his feet, but had time to recover and deliver. Strikes it well. Crowd likes it. His head. It's in head.
Sloan again, and Smith again. They're linking up beautifully. And the mark.
Nice mark. Beautiful.
The younger version, Rochelle to Laird. Laird back over the top. Rochelle
to the pop.
He had alligator arms. That's what we call it. I'll tell you what alligator arms is if you don't know.
Rochelle to Laird.
Now see the hand pass is beautiful. I don't know who number 8 is. You guys can inform me who that is. But alligator arms is he's already focused on my man right here on the Blues. My man right here. He's coming in. Number 8 gets alligator arms, mean, oh man, I'm going to get hit. I'm going to pull my hands back. Alligator arms. Got a little nervous. He should have caught that.
Back over the top.
See? Right there. He's more, look where his head is. Now we know in footy, even I know, all eyes on the ball, not worrying about anything else but the ball. He got alligator arms. Look at his head. His head is facing at my man right there. My man on the Blues. That's where he's facing. He's looking at this guy, not the Sharon. This guy. And watch. He should have caught that.
Rochelle.
Should have caught that.
To the pocket. No good. Curnow feels that. Gets one round the back to really frank the good start. Thups it.
Boom.
Down in front rank. It'll be caught.
Beautiful pass.
He's squaring ball to a dangerous spot.
What a mark, man. What a mark in traffic. One thing I love about this game is the accuracy of the kick. It's like a pass in the NFL. Boom, and he caught it right in double coverage. Wow.
Crows fans concur with Matthew Nicks.
He wins and he's going to back himself for athleticism. Mackay's his friend. Fires towards Harrod. His night underway. It's going to get close. It's going to go all.
Rankin
That was an awesome kick.
He could have marked. Laird snap. Young on the line, but his hands. Dawson could pull the trigger for a monster.
Look at that kick! Boom! But
attack.
good defense by the Blues, forcing it behind.
Over the top.
Hey, by the way, really correct me if I'm wrong, but is this what's considered a rushed behind?
Crows in attack. Taken by Murray.
Not that. Not that.
This.
This.
Could pull the trigger for a monster.
Is this what's considered a rushed behind? I'm just asking, guys. Please tell me.
Goes through. Bring the head. Away. Crows in attack. Taken by Murray.
Over the top to Newman. Done plenty of running. Slow.
All positions 128 to 59. Cowan sends the Blues to half forward. But this feels like a huge kick, and he has.
Oh, he shanked it. That was horrible.
Big tackle from Cowan.
Blues were at.
By Chera. Now a chance for the Blues.
Oh, he got him. He got him.
Back in for the Blues. In the Mackay direction, wrestling going on. Butts the spoil.
Chera to Mackay. Kick another. It's long. It's low. It's in the Curnow direction. Momentum at least.
Out of sync the whole time. Look at that. Wide open. Why is he so open? Look at this. It's because he's coming from the wings. What did I say? They're playing the game inside out. Coming from the wings. Look at this. Wide open. Look at him. What are these two guys doing? What were they paying attention to? These two. Where are they at? How did he slip behind them? Come on.
Yeah, Dawson.
Boom.
This week, 4 goals for the 50th time in his career. There's one for the
defense from Shull.
Saab intercepts and then sends it towards Curnow. Second and
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Again, it's a
Beautiful mark by Curnow there.
As he liked it all.
Full ball. Bind him up.
See the Crows? Look at how many there are there. Where the Blues defense? See what I'm saying? They were discombobulated this whole game. And I'm not ripping on the Blues. They are a phenomenal team from what I've seen so far. I'm just saying in this game here, they got punched in the mouth. They got punched in the mouth while they were still talking. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened here because they didn't know how to recover from the opening game. From the opening 30 minutes, we already went over that. Pure destruction and domination by the Crows.
The Blues, no, they can't.
Hewitt. Curno's there.
Look at this. Every time I stop it, the Crows are more on top of the ball. The Blues are just chasing the game. Perfect example, chasing the game.
Yeah, that free kick. Blues in the back. Curno works it towards half forward again. It's to 50 again. Michael runs into Duday.
Front on contact.
Spooten couldn't find it. Pick it up again. Finally got boot to ball. Curno!
Beautiful. Mark Curnow had a decent game.
Makes no
That's an
mistake.
easy goal. It's an easy 6.
Green, pressure out to Rochelle. A sack of a thing to half forward.
Fogarty. Oh, good hit. That's a good hit.
Bounces for Chera. He's got overlap run in support. Kick goes inside 50 and 2. 3 goals. There's a good look at it, and every...
See, the Blues started coming back. They started getting composure. The Crows kept their foot on the gas, though. They kept their foot on the gas. I love that they did not go away from their game plan in this thing. They did not go away from it.
Miller running past. He in turn has Dawson.
Blues tighten up on defense, but there's still too many wide open spaces in this game.
Long kick. It's starting to flash. Cowan. Blues start again. Back towards McCall.
Swarming defense. Crows. Swarming defense.
Into Koenig. All he needed. A thumping kick of a football. Happy just to give it up. Blues got the margin back to 18. Jones.
Just made
Goes
it.
the flood back now. Charlie's got to go. It gets to the back. Feeds it forward. Maybe Adelaide. Squaring ball. Strikes it.
Look at that halftime, 65-34. The game's still within reach. I'm new, but I'm not that new now to where I know that this game is far from over. Far from over. Halftime, okay, you're down by 31. After that horrendous start, the Blues, they gathered themselves together. They slowed things down. Again, the second and third quarter, they were there. The Blues were right there. They could not take advantage of the pressure they were bringing to the Crows. They'd have interceptions. They didn't do enough in these areas and inside the 50. They didn't do anything. Anything. They could have taken far more advantage and caught way up in this game, and they kept shooting themselves in the foot.
In the first half, the
Play on.
Motlop to the pocket. Mackay goes to ground. Plowman. Dinky kick to the pocket. Duday takes front position. Wants the...
He's got the second. To full full. Fogarty's there. So
Beautiful. Oh!
Brown goal to the hip.
Good left. Takes ground. Sends a low kick to Walker.
Look at that bomb.
Coming back.
Murray's got to get back quickly. Curnow came through. Now Motlop. Blues get a very...
Now the Blues are going to start putting on a run again.
Hands to it again. Can't pull
They're
it
going
in
to start
this
putting
time.
on a little bit of a run again. Here they go.
Puts it to the hot spot. Curnow.
But swarming defense. Look at the kick again.
Can't pull it in this time.
Doesn't let any Blues supporters down. Puts it to the hot spot.
Look how many Crows are coming in on the play. Look how they're swarming in. Swarming defense. There's more blue jerseys in there than there is white. Look at that.
Curnow.
Swarming.
Walker. Rankin over the shoulder. Laird, be careful.
50. Won't get it. Continues on. Goes low. Chance for Fogarty. Through
away because he's apparently the ultimate professional down there.
Good block. Good heads up play.
The 50.
Good heads up.
Spectacular mark taken by... But a chance.
That's what you do. You stay on top of your guy. They're not like the Blues leaving people wide open in the most important parts of the game. That is on top of your man. Anticipation. Look at him. He's already jumping in the air, ready to block that. He is on it. Man, the Crows were on it this game. They hung in there with the Blues bringing the pressure. The Crows hung in there and let the Blues make the mistakes. The Crows were already on it. There was a full game, inside and out, full, complete game, including maintaining under pressure. The Crows maintained under pressure where the Blues could not. That was apparent and obvious. The Crows never lost their composure in this game. Look at the awareness here. Beautiful.
Down there.
The 50, almost a spectacular mark taken by... But a chance anyway.
Boom. Now they start. They're going to start pulling away.
Again tonight, Rankin not quite there.
I think this is the one where I was talking about Rankin. Yep, that's the one. Now Rankin, this is after a 50-meter penalty. After a 50-meter penalty, Rankin gets a shot at the goal. DeConing makes a great block. You'll see it right here. DeConing makes an incredible block. Johnny on the spot. Case right there. Johnny on the spot. Gets it. Boom. We went over this, but man, Johnny on the spot. Amazing, amazing heads-up play.
Shot. No, didn't have the penetration, but there he is again. So across the course of the week.
Michael Annie bullets the ball forward again to Walker. Biggest lead of the night.
Now they just really started taking off.
Crowd tell.
By Pedler. Jones.
Look at the hand. Look at that, man.
Turns it over. Takes the advantage.
I lost my place there. That's why I was like, look at that, man. I forgot what I was going to say. Why does that happen? Because we're in the basement. That's why that happens. Let's get back into it.
Kicks towards his brother. Peeling off to
Saad. Into the pocket. Into a charging Silvani. Disposal efficiency. 75% here.
Swarming defense
Into
again.
a charging Silvani.
Again.
Disposal efficiency.
Look at that.
1,
2, 3, 4 guys around him.
25%. Here's a chance.
He scored, but it didn't matter. That's the whole reason why they didn't win this game.
Wants to bend it through on
Fisher. Over the top he goes.
Got to hold on to the ball, guy.
On the ground. Low ball inside 50. This time, Mackay flew first. So the story of the night. Unstuck. Walsh been superb. Kicks, pulls the trigger, plenty of distance
off his chin. Durden goes past. This is when he's at his best. There we go.
It down for Hollands. Tackle was immediate from.
I mean, right now, 85-61. This game is still within reach. They're only down by 24. They're still within reach. Again, they won the second and third quarters, 36-34.
Laird spilt to Dawson.
Until
he's right. After the Blues kicked a couple of quick goals back to back.
Got it off to Smith. Now Laird. Here they come, the Crows. Butts.
Beautiful distribution of kicking and hand passing in this game for the Crows. Almost a well-balanced attack.
Overlap run. Miller are trying to cut the lines.
Look at these hand passes.
Ford goes more direct than
the Koenig in the middle of it. Newman did well. Low ball to Charlie Curnow.
Right when I said that, it gets intercepted, right? Let's keep it going.
Of the square.
You guys get the point.
Cool and composed. Now O'Brien and Sloan. Fogarty, as a result of the mark and pass, slices it through.
Dera. McHenry gets his chance to Laird. Laird to try.
Wasn't McHenry going for 100 points this season? I think I put that down. I put it down somewhere. But I think it was. I think he was going for 100 points, right? Because everybody was flipping out when he got that. McHenry closing in on 100 points on the seat. Everybody was flipping out. So I remember the announcer saying that.
Seal things
so he's having a great season.
There's a charging Murphy going with Saad. Pickup needs to be clean. Himself in the pocket. Could he create something superb?
What was that? What was that?
Be clean. Himself.
This right here is what the story of the Blues night was all about. Right here. This is an example of just not being in sync with the game, trying to catch up, but just never feeling like they're going to get over that hump. Just not feeling like they're going to get over that hump. Maybe this is the first game outside of round 1 in the draw against the Tigers. It's probably the first game this season that they really had to find a way to win this game and just couldn't get over that hump. Great pressure in the second and third quarter. Great pressure. Just couldn't capitalize. And this right here sums up the whole game for them. Right here.
In the pocket, could he create something superb?
Not that looked like an easy kick, but I'm just saying.
Dawson the target. It's very challenging. Here is battled on. Curnow. Keep that little flicker going for the Blues, but his boots haven't been on to. Free kick, Lincoln. Squares it up. Ground fleeting. But his impact.
Now, guys, his highlights obviously ended early. Sorry about that. There are highlights here that just, these copyrights, are really hard to find some weeks. Really hard to find. The copyrights really hurt and kill a lot of things to make it so we can show what happens. That's why I had it written down about Fogarty. Fogarty really came through. The Walker play was coming up, but Cripps really had great defense on him. Great coverage on Walker. That came up at the 5:56 mark in the fourth quarter, which we're not going to see here. We're not going to make it that far in here because it ended at 7 minutes. So that was what I was talking about earlier. Cripps was covering Walker incredibly well, but he just caught him on the fly. Boom, right through for the goal. Then Fogarty came out with the 40 meters kick from an angle, which turned out to be a behind, but it's okay. He got retribution on the following Just a little over a minute later, he got that huge goal after that. So this game here, again, amazing game. Are the Crows? Should we start paying attention to the Crows now? Yeah, they have a 3-game winning streak right now. They moved up the ladder big time. They're 3-2 now. They started the season 0-2 and have completely turned it around. But doing what they did to undefeated Carlton today, wow, that's a statement game right there. That's a statement game. You're going in against a team that's 3-0-1, hasn't lost, and you put the screws to them right away. You beat them up and down all over the field in that first quarter and separated yourself to the point that you could weather a second and third quarter storm. They kept their composure, though, with the Blues coming back, as I already mentioned. They kept their composure. They kept their defense on. They kept their positions. They did their job. That's what they did. And then they just waited to get it going again. The bookends of the game. First quarter, fourth quarter for the Crows. Bookends of the game. The middle quarters, they just hung in there. They weathered the storm. The Blues, you felt them coming back, but you also felt like it just wasn't going to happen. Pressure, getting inside the 50, turning the ball over after beautiful ball distribution and movement by the Blues. They get inside that 50 and it just fell apart more times than not. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on my first footy season. Thank you so much for the comments and you correcting me. I appreciate it. And thank you for complimenting. Thank you for all the compliments as well, guys. It's not easy learning a brand new sport from a whole nother country and coming in and trying to commentate and give you summaries of the game, give you summaries of what happened, and trying to understand what happened myself. You guys have been tremendous for me. You really, really, really have. I really appreciate it. Wait for the next video. It'll be coming out because we got more games coming up this round, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Johnny Basement. Subscribe, bell notice, like button. You'll find the link for this video in the comments below. I'll see you on the next video, guys, and I am out.